Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
From the Sugar Shack Studios in Texas, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, Space City Corvette Club has a show on the calendar, and we'll learn all about it. Jeff has a segment on fall road trips where you can see some real foliage instead of all of the dead leaves on your yard that just seem to appear. I don't know. They come from the trees, I guess, somewhere. Conrad has the racing calendar and car clinic, and later we have the stories making auto news headlines this week. Just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy to you, along with Mike out of this world Mars down there on the inn in his pretty green shirt. And in his twin brother's green shirt, he's got Conrad DeLong.
Hello, Ma.
And over here we have...
Does your mom listen? Huh? Does your mom listen to the show? No.
Does she know what you do?
No. Kind of.
Yeah. Over here is we always need more Jeff Zekin. And I am your mystery host. So you don't have to worry about me.
Yeah, we do.
All the time.
All the time. That's right. Well, glad you could join us today. So, did you ever find out?
No. AJ.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing this morning?
We're doing pretty good.
AJ, the question we have to ask you, how do you pronounce your last name?
It's Loop. It's spelled like Coupe de Ville, just with an L.
Loop.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that what we said?
That's what we said, but L-O-U-P-E.
No, you said Loop de Ville, not Coupe de Ville.
Yeah, you said Loop de Ville. That's
it's
it.
spelled like Coupe de Ville, just with an L.
I got you.
Well, I told him, I said, he's AJ. That's all I can tell you. His name's AJ.
There you go.
So, Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival next weekend.
Yes, sir. It's going to be on October 14th.
Well, isn't that did I miss it? Is that next weekend?
It's next weekend, yeah.
It's next weekend.
Yeah.
You guys still need to make good on your promise of stopping by.
Well, you know what? I've got the flyer right here, and I'm gonna.
And he's got a Corvette.
Well, yeah, I don't know whether the Corvette will be there or not, but I'll try.
Where's it at?
One of you guys live in Friendswood.
No, that would be our engineer. That would be David
yeah.
Ainsley. He lives down there.
And forgive him, he drives an Infiniti or a Honda minivan. He'll be glad to bring the Honda minivan.
That's why you don't see him, if we don't ever show what he drives whenever he's out in public.
I like the Honda minivan.
We all do.
We'll let him get past security anyway.
There you go. So, the Space City Corvette Club. How long has that been in business?
Since 2007.
2007. That was a challenging year for yours truly. 2007. And are you headquartered in Friendswood? Well,
I would say primarily the Clear Lake area, but both our car shows are at Stevenson's Park in Friendswood.
Yeah.
We meet the second Tuesday of every month at La Brisa, a Mexican restaurant there in Lee City.
Yeah, that's a good place to eat.
Oh, yeah. Our major sponsor is Bayway Chevrolet.
I pray that you do not read the minutes from the last meeting.
Which one?
Any meeting. Any meeting, anywhere. Somebody,
oh, no. It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
We don't do that. They're available on our club website. Somebody wants to look at that on your own time.
I can't, that was one of the things when way back before you were born, I was a member of the San Jacinto Corvette Club. And it was actually the only Corvette club around at the time. But, at the beginning of I guess it was the monthly meeting, somebody had to get up and read the minutes from the last meeting. And I'm going, Why?
Show up to the meeting and you don't have to listen to somebody read them.
Yeah. And it was cumbersome and laborious. There's a word for you.
We're a lot less boring in that regard.
Yeah, I can't think of anything more boring.
So what time is your show there at Stevenson's Park?
It's from 8:30 to 3, and you can't miss Stevenson's Park. It's right on 1100 South Friendswood Drive, and this one benefits Texas Equisearch. guys can go to spacecitycorvetteclub.com to pre-register your car. Pre-registrations are $40, and show up day of will cost you $45. And we've got DJ vendors, Gulf State Trucking, Electric Eye Customs, Bayway Chevrolet. Those are three of our biggest sponsors. They'll be there on site. Mr. Miller will be out there at some point. And just a lot of the Stevenson's Park is that family vibe picnic kind of feel to it with those huge oak trees, lots of shade. We had 223 cars out there last year, and so far we have 120 pre-registered this year. So
very good.
And there's a lot to pre-register the day of, or leading up to it. We had about 100 show up the day of. So we're expecting a good turnout again this year.
Is Bayway going to bring any vehicles with them?
Yes, sir. They always do.
Because I know he's got a pretty cool collection of classic cars, and I've seen some of his classic Corvettes on the showroom floor there in Pearland.
Yes, sir. He typically brings out 3 or 4 of his private collection, and he'll bring out 6 or 7 of the new vehicles, and he'll have sales staff that's there. But the good thing is, and I was shocked when he first did it, Mr. Wisniewski showed up at the park at 7 o'clock, and he stayed all day, and was kind of taken back by that. But at heart, he's a car guy, and he just loves that. He's in his element.
Yeah, so, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen the car collection. I was privileged enough to go and see it, and it is truly amazing what he has got. And it's not just Chevrolets or not just one make or model of cars. It is everything. He had a still stickered and sealed and with plastic on the seats, a brand new GT. Remember the GT from Ford? Brand new one. Brand new. Had no miles on it. He had that in the collection.
Good investment car. So what is your relationship with Texas EquiSearch? How did that become your charity of choice?
Well, I joined the club back about 12 years ago, and I found out that we raise money for charities. And one of those charities was Texas EquiSearch. And so really how that came about 12 years ago, I couldn't tell you, but what we started doing 2 years ago, we used to raise money for St. Jude's and Texas EquiSearch. And so we decided 2 years ago that Mr. Miller with Texas EquiSearch here in our backyard could probably use that money a little bit more. So we adopted doing both car shows, spring and fall, to raise money for Tim. So, it's one of those things that, some people will say, well, I don't need the services until one day that you do. And that's when you pray to God, you've got someone like Tim there to help.
Oh, an honorable charity it's well worth donating to. Absolutely.
Yeah. And they don't take any money from families. They do all this, all strictly volunteer. They've been on 2,500 searches, recovered a little over 700 bodies. They've been in 43 states, 11 countries. And it's really amazing. If you're ever around him, look at his phone. It's just things smokes because it's just going off all the time. People calling for help, needing his services. And,
wow. So AJ, you mentioned
yes,
they found like 700 bodies. So they don't really get involved until the regular, like the local police force or other people have kind of given up. Is that a good way to kind of? Well,
I understand that they get involved whenever they get the request, and that could come straight from the family. Law enforcement, if they're having a difficult time, if there's somebody's missing, he's hands on deck. As an example, last year, that Alvin ISD teacher that went missing, he had just gotten out of the hospital from having back surgery. Last thing he needs to be doing is getting on the road to New Orleans, not flying over there, driving over there, going on a search because he found out about it. So I don't think he waits to get the call. I think he knows about it or hears about it and just comes running.
Is this a Corvette only show?
No, sir. This is an open class car show. There's 46 judge classes. So I love Corvettes, but I like to see everything but a Corvette, basically. And I want to see the Jeeps, the trucks, the Pontiacs, the Camaros, the Mustangs. Lincolns, all that. And of course, it's going to be Corvette heavily because Space City Corvette Club is putting it on.
Yeah, they're managing it, and so is you said this is a judged car show. Going to be trophies, cash awards,
Yes, sir.
what?
Yeah, yes, sir. There's 46 judge classes, so there's 2 class winners per category. So there will be roughly 100 class winners. Then you have your typical best of show, best of paint, best interior, best engine, People's Choice award as well.
That's a bunch of trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of work on somebody's part, all those judges and coordinating all of that.
Well,
It is, and not only am I the president, I'm the car show director, so that's the more working title. It's having to do that, but it's been a lot of fun doing it. A lot like work, but I always say we're better served when we serve others. So giving back is a great thing, and I can't think of a better cause to give back than Texas Equistation.
Sure.
So
who are the Purple Patriots?
Purple Patriots is an organization here that was established in Friendswood, that established in 2010, and they're an organization that gives back as well. And it was Mike LeBlanc, the founder, and myself. It's like my brother. We started it 11 years ago to honor his father, who had passed away, and we were sitting there in the office trying to figure out a way that we could come up with an idea to honor his dad. And I said, the only thing I know to do is just do a car show. And then we tried to figure out, well, how are we going to do the name? How is that going to come about? So his dad loved food. And so he's like, my dad loved that food, like that Good Grub. I'm like, yeah, but this is going to be a car show. It's not going to be a food show. And so I'm like thinking Gears. And he said, yeah, but man, my dad and that Good Grub. I'm like, Gears. Good Grub and Gears. Good Grub and Gears. That's it. Write it down. So that's how the name came about. Good Grub and Gears. And that first car show that we did, we raised almost $18,000 for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
Oh, wow.
Then from there, it got to the point where last year we raised $92,000 for Mr. Miller.
Wow.
Tell me how much. Tell me what kind of food you're going to have there.
Well, Cole's Helping Hand is going to be there to do our food. Scott Gordon is the one that heads that up. He used to run the Lighthouse charity cooking team for years, and he's got this massive rig that he brings out. So he'll be there on site doing the food. And one of my favorite things that he does is this mashed potato in the cup with some like chipped beef. Oh man, it's like crack. I
don't know. I've never done crack, but I heard it's pretty good.
I never have either, but I told him, I said, I want a sand bucket pail, like a little shovel like we used to do when we were kids. I'm just going to sit there and eat a bucket of the stuff. It is amazing.
Oh, I'm a chip beef fan. I love it.
So, AJ, obviously, like you said, you're going to be kind of screwed towards Corvettes. Like, how old of a Corvette might be seen out there?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because we have one of our members has a 1953 Corvette. 53 was the first year of the Corvette, and he actually has production number 32.
Oh, wow.
So, and the unique thing, it used to be owned by the owner of the San Diego Padres. It was just featured on American Sports Car Magazine. It was at the National Corvette Museum the day of the 70th anniversary of the Corvette. And they did a photo shoot with the car in the museum, out the museum as the sun was rising. And that was pretty neat. It's also signed by Zora Arcus Duntov under the hood. So production number 32 will be out there. And it's also, if he brings us, he has a 1955 Harvest Gold, which is the first V8 Corvette. It'll be out there as well. So we have a lot of nice collector cars that will be there, all the way up to the new 2023 Z06.
And what Corvette do you have?
I have a 96 Collector's Edition. I just sold my 2007 Z06, and I'm probably going to regret that one. And I have a 2007 Coupe, and I have a 72 Corvette as well.
Oh, cool.
Yes, sir.
Well, hopefully Don will have his back and he'll bring his 2001.
Well, I've had a drain on the battery for quite some time, and I have it down with Richard Tomlin at Apex Auto Works down there in Alvin. And he texts me this week and says, I think we found the problem. It's the seat switch on my sport seats, the driver's side. It's apparently got some sort of short or something that's draining the battery. Of all things, who would have thought that?
So was that your black Corvette he took down to Mexico with him?
That's probably the one. That's it. He took the switch out. Now it's got plenty of power and no drain on the battery. Yeah. And it's got the shifter that he doesn't like. He doesn't like the Hurst shifter.
Well, I find a new technician.
Peel the numbers off. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the deal.
Well, maybe he can get it fixed in time, and he can get the switch. The probability is the switch is out of production.
Yeah.
You talked about that last night.
It's on back order. So I'm going to see if I got to call him when I get off the air here. And we're going to find out if we can bypass the switch and not have it be able to move or anything.
Just position the seat and turn
exactly what he said.
Pull the plug.
Pull the plug. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see if that works. Well, anyway, it sounds like a fun day. Saturday, October the 14th. Registration is 8:30 to 11, and I assume that awards go at 3 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
That's a long day. And clearly, if I'm going to do this car show, it won't be there. I have to do it here and then get in the car and drive down there. So it'd be like a noon arrival if I make it down there. But I'm going to try.
Oh, a nooner.
All right. Well, you've been promising, so I'm going to hold you to it. I feel like Charlie Brown and the Pumpkin Patch waiting for the great white pumpkin that never comes. Hey, good on your promise this year.
Well, look.
No, he's more like Lucy pulling the football away.
Yeah, I've highlighted the date on the flyer. I've got it separated from the rest of my papers here. There it is.
And the rest of the places he has to be.
Right. And Don would be the pasty white pumpkin.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Well, it's great to talk to you, AJ, and thanks so much for joining us today. And we hope to see you next Saturday. And good luck on the show.
And where do they find out more information?
If you go to spacecitycorvetteclub.com, you can find out all the information. You can pre-register your car. You can make a cash donation, and you can also buy raffle tickets. But probably the most important thing is that pre-registration on your cars. And then Space City Corvette Club is also matching all cash donations given to Texas EquiSearch up to $20,000 this year.
Wow, that's nice. Best of luck, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Man.
Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. Our address here at In Wheel Time is info@inwheeltime.com. The In Wheel Time race card is sponsored by Texas Nostalgia Modified Production, and Conrad has the race card.
Well, it seems like all of racing is coming to Texas the next couple of weeks. NHRA is up in Innis the 12th through the 15th. The Formula One is coming to Coda October 22nd. So lots of big stuff happening in town. This weekend is the NASCAR is in Charlotte at the Roval, which typically is a big crash fest anyhow. And then they're in Vegas.
What is the Roval?
It's, Charlotte's a 1.5 mile oval.
Yes, been there.
Well, they put a couple of chicanes in it, and they call it the Roval. Kind of like a road course oval.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be on the oval, part of the oval, but then they're going to go on a road course through the infield.
If they really wanted to make it interesting, you should have made a figure 8 out of it.
Yeah. I remember the old figure 8
Go
racing.
the other way.
Yeah.
Right.
Go the God. All right, what else?
And then NASCAR's at Homestead on the 22nd, Martinsville on the 29th, and the finale in Phoenix on November 5th. Formula One is in Qatar this weekend, and they're in Coda on the 22nd, Mexico City on the 29th, Brazil on November 5th, Las Vegas on November 19th, and Abu Dhabi for the finale on November the 26th.
Cool.
Next weekend is Petite Le Mans, the finale for the IMSA series, and that is a endurance event down
You like
there.
to watch old guys' movies?
Which old guys?
There's a movie I watched that I have to share with you. I shared with Jeff last night.
That makes
And
me
Jeff's
nervous.
not a movie guy, so he's out. But I will tell you that it's a thing called Las Vegas. It is hysterical with Michael Douglas and Morgan Freeman, and it is really one to see.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
I'll have
It's
to
on
look it up.
Netflix. Okay.
Nah,
Time now for what?
I'll have to look it up.
You said not. I
No.
think at the end of that. You're not into that?
No, I've seen the show. It was a few years ago. I don't know that I'd spend any money to see it again.
Well, it's on Netflix. Do you not have Netflix?
No, I don't do Netflix.
Okay. Jeff has a feature
Mhm.
called Fall Road Trips for Fall Color.
Leafy scenes.
Leafy scenes.
Leafy
Well, we
scenes.
don't have leafy scenes here
Leafy
in this
scenes.
part of Texas.
Well, I'll see if I've been on any of these because I
Okay.
used to do
Well,
some.
let
of
me get
these.
through it, and you can. How's that?
Okay.
Here we go.
We're waiting
So,
on you.
5 road trips. Autumn is a special time of year. The air is beginning to cool, and the leaves are starting to change color. This first one we have here is called Green Mountain Bayway in Vermont. The GMB travels along Vermont Route 100 through the towns of Waterbury and Stowe. It is sandwiched between the spine of northern Green Mountains to the west and the peaks of the Worcester Range to the east.
Worcester.
The drive provides stunning views to open meadows, farmland, and the changing colors of surrounding forest. This is a cool one. This is the Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina and Virginia.
Beautiful.
The Blue Ridge Parkway is a spectacular drive any time of year, but it's exceptional during the fall. The U.S. National Parkway, often called America's favorite drive, meanders 469 miles through Virginia and North Carolina. The drive connects Shenandoah National Park and the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It's famous for being a slow-paced drive with the views, long-range vistas, pastoral landscapes, and up-close glimpses of the local mountain range. This next one we have here is the San Juan Skyway in Colorado. You'd be interested in this one, Michael. Designated by the U.S. Secretary of Transportation as the All-American Road, the San Juan Skyway is a 236-mile loop that travels through the Colorado cities of Durango, Mancos, Dolores, Rico, Telluride, Ridgeway, Ouray, Silverton, and where, Mike? Stoner. The highway travels through high mountain passes and historic views of the towns, passing by 5 million acres of the San Juan and Uncompadre National Forest. I looked it up. It's not the proper spelling or proper pronunciation. Travelers are treated to views of wildflowers, mountains, mountain ranges, the color displays put on by the aspen tree-lined roads. The next one we have here is the Columbia River Highway in Oregon. The Columbia River Highway is one of the most scenic drives out there, regardless of when you visit. It's the first major paved road in the Pacific Northwest and the first designated scenic highway in the United States. This is a very cool one. The highway begins east of Portland and meanders 350 miles through the Columbia River Gorge. The scenic highway offers breathtaking views, temperate rainforests, densely forested hills, waterfalls, moss-lined canyons, rushing river, and during the fall, yes, the changing leaves. This is my favorite. This one here is the Upper Peninsula Day Drive in Michigan.
Way to go, David. Ainsley.
Michigan's Upper Peninsula is a fun and adventurous trip that can be done in a few hours or a couple of weeks, depending on how much time you want to spend. You can pack it in. The day drive through the Upper Peninsula meanders through the small town back roads and offers the opportunity to visit cascading waterfalls, slide down the sand dunes, Mike, watch the sand, explore the rugged wilderness, swim in Lake Superior, which is the largest freshwater lake in the world. Other scenic areas are the Menominee North Pier Light Station, West Shore Fishing Museum, Escanaba, Cedar River, Sandpoint Lighthouse, Peninsula Point Nature Trail, and so on. So there you go.
You left out the Mackinac Bridge.
Well, this doesn't have leaves on it.
It doesn't have leaves on
It
it.
doesn't have leaves on it.
Yeah, if it does have leaves on it, it's down next to the
you might
ocean.
have crashed over the side. Don't go on bridges. They're dangerous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've been on a couple of them. I've been on the Blue Ridge, and I was on US 100 in
You know, I've
Vermont,
never been to
Stowe,
that part of the
Vermont.
United States. I've been in North Carolina. I went to the Charlotte race one year, but I've never been really to do anything like that. I want to go, though.
Yep. And then that whole New England stuff, the one in Vermont.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
October, late September, early October, such a beautiful time of the year up there just to drive around. We used to drive the Northway, which was New York State Thruway north of Albany. Stunningly beautiful in the fall weather.
You've got the Northwest, you've got the central northern United States, you've got the East Coast up in, like you said, the Carolinas. Get out there and enjoy it. I mean, here in Texas, we don't have really that much. You got a few leaves changing, go out in your backyard, go ooh, ah, and all that. But to drive through some of that stuff, take a road trip. I like taking road trips.
Me too.
They're a lot of fun with your family, your significant other.
I don't think people do that much anymore, though.
Well, I like to do that. We like to do that. We talked about something like that last night at dinner.
Yeah, and it's funny because my parents loved road trips. Dad would always, if we didn't have anything to do on Sunday, let's just go for a ride and go out in the country and go to some place that we hadn't been before. It is always fun. And I'll never forget our road trips from Wisconsin down to Alabama, where my mother's side of the family lives. Great fun. Stop at the pop stops along the way. Get you a pop. And I'll never forget one trip. I collected bottle caps. So wherever the pop thing was, stop in there and ask the
Do you
service.
still have them?
I don't.
No.
I wish I did. But and I asked him to empty the caps into my bag, and I'd spend a whole afternoon going through and see all the different stuff that I had.
Yeah, and you could do the license plate games and all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. It's fun stuff. Go out there and visit.
Great places to see.
Great feature, too. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for N-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and nwheeltime.com. Our live video stream is 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Saturdays. And if you want to watch us live do this thing, I don't know why you would. But podcasts are at your fingertips on over a dozen of the most popular podcast outlets. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after a quick break. Wait a minute. I don't want to.
Go to B. You're on B.
I know. I don't want to mess this up because I've messed it up once already by pushing the wrong buttons.
And I let him know about it, too.
Yeah, he did. And I have a red rear end because I got whipped. All right. It's time now to do this.
Rogers Dab Chevrolet and GM Performance is proud to be a part of America's largest block party. It's the 27th annual Cruising the Coast, October 1st through the 8th. Great antique, classic, hot rod, and dragsters all along a 30-mile stretch of beach. Bay St. Louis, Biloxi, Gulfport, Ocean Springs, Pascagoula, and more. Rogers Dab Chevrolet and GM Performance will be on site October 5th through the 8th at the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum, manning the Chevrolet trailer displays. Come see us for additional information at cruisingthecoast.com. Biggest race in the country. Also, Rogers Dab Chevrolet GM Performance is proud to be a part of the 10th annual Lone Star 600 at Devil's Bowl Speedway in Mesquite. October 6 and 7, $25,000 to win. Any car can race and is locked into the race. 300 laps, both nights, 7 o'clock start times. Racers from all around the U.S. and beyond. Additional information at LoneStar600.com. Rogers Dab Chevrolet and GM Performance.
The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Loopy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loopy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loopy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loopy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Loopy Tortilla and College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Loopy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. You own it. That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.